Okay, so today's practice will start by laying down on our backs. You can bend the knees, plant the feet together, close the eyes for a moment. Take a few slowed down, wider breaths as you let the spine really relax back, the head relax back. Just take a few moments to feel the rib cage touching down, the back of the pelvis touching down towards the mat. Soften through the jaw, soften any gripping in your feet and your hands. Take 2 or 3 more slowed down, low down in your lungs breaths. And think about breathing front of the body and back of the body as you breathe these breaths. Okay, and flutter the eyes back open. T-shape the arms. Palms will face up towards the sky. Pull the right knee in towards your chest. And think about like a windshield wiper motion happening through the hips. We'll drop onto the pinky toe edge of the left foot. Let everything move with. And then drop onto the big toe edge of the left foot, letting the right knee follow that motion. And just do it a few times, really focusing on the left foot, rocking onto the left side of it, rocking onto the right side of it. Let the spine twist, let the head move, and go back and forth a few times, tuning into how your body's feeling, moving your breath a few times in and out. Good, and then come back through center. Bring your hands onto your torso. Both feet, flatten them down on the mat again. Close the eyes, take a deep breath in, front and back of the body. Full breath back out. Just take a moment to see how that lands, how that feels. Is there any difference between the right back of the hip and the left back of the hip? And let's do the same thing on the other side. T-shape the arms back out. Right foot to the mat. Pull the left knee in towards your chest. And then rock onto the pinky toe edge of the right foot. And then the big toe edge of the right foot. And let the left knee and leg follow as you also let the spine twist and let the head nod back and forth. Bit of a windshield wiper motion while massaging and ironing out the back of the pelvis, the back of the low back. And then add a few breaths. Let your breaths be smooth and easy, tuning into how the body feels with these movements side to side. Okay, and from center, lower the left foot back down. Both hands can come onto your torso somewhere. Close the eyes. Rest the knees towards each other. Take a wide and low, slow, deep breath in and out. Okay, and then we'll hug the right knee in towards the chest. Give it a good squeeze. Start to slowly slide the left heel long and relax the whole left leg once it's there. Draw the right knee across your body to the left. Twist again a little deeper. Stretch the right arm out to the right. And the left hand can hold on to your hip or your leg somewhere for support. Drop the right shoulder back and down as best you can. Take another full breath in, full breath out. Just soft through the neck, soft through the jaw, Either gaze somewhere softly or close the eyes completely. Let's do one more breath here. Keep the left leg relaxed. Pull the right arm back in, come back onto your back. We'll do a half happy baby here. So plant the left foot, drop the left knee out to the left, and then grab hold of the right outer edge of your right foot with your right hand. Pull that foot and knee back and down, starting to bend at the right elbow. Lower the left hand somewhere on your left thigh just to balance it out here. Take one deep breath into your lower abdomen. Low back. Nice. And then bring the soles of both feet together. Drop the knees open wide. Give them a little butterfly motion, pulsing the knees up and down a few times. And then pause that. Take a big stretch through the arms. Reach them up and back. Get long, long, long in the sides of the torso and the rib cage. Take a breath. Good, and lower the hands down. Help the knees come back together, and then we'll squeeze the left knee in towards the chest. Give it a good squeeze. Squeeze it in, and start to slide the right heel along your mat until the right leg is long, and relax it. Draw the left knee across to the right. Stretch the left arm out to the left. Hold on to that left knee or thigh with your right hand to just hold yourself steady while you breathe a couple breaths, letting the head fall where it wants to fall, pulling the left shoulder back and down, and then keeping the right leg really relaxed and soft. Take one more deep breath. Good. Pull the left arm back in. Come back onto your back again. And then we'll do a half happy baby on this side. So grab for the left outer edge of your left foot. Plant the right leg and foot down on the mat. Drop the right knee open to the right. And you can hold yourself steady there with the right hand. And pull that left foot knee back and down, starting to bend at the left elbow. Keep the weight of the head falling back. Wide sort of stretch through the inner lines of your thighs, through the groins. Take a deep breath. Nice. And release. Bring the both soles of the feet together now. Drop the knees open wide. Give another little butterfly flutter through the knees, fluttering them a few times up and down, up and down. Being gentle. Just curious about the range and the motion and the fluidity of how your own hips are feeling today. Pause that fluttering. Stretch and reach the arms up over your head. Get really long, long, long. Let the rib cage get long, side to side. Take a deep breath in and lower the arms down as you breathe out. Help the knees come back together again. We'll rock and roll along the length of the spine to come up into a seated position. You can do that a couple of times until you're in a comfortable seat so you can find some length along your spine. Once you're there, roll the shoulders back. Good, and we'll drop the left palm down beside us. Slow stretch the right arm up to the sky. You can twist and look towards it slightly. Take a big breath. Exhale, switch. Right palm down, left arm. Slow stretch it up and over, arching the spine. Big breath into the left side of your body. Let's do one more time each side. Left hand down, right arm up and over. Breathe. And switch. Right arm down, left arm up and over. Big breath. And come back through center. We'll stretch both hands out wide. Really reach out through the middle finger and the ring finger particularly. Turn the palms so that they're facing down towards the floor. And then peel the fingers up towards the sky and press out through the heels of your hands. Make sure the hands are in line with your shoulders. Okay, soften the shoulders, really press out through the heels of your hands. You can feel that sort of nervy little fascial stretch through the arms. Is it the elbows? Is it down to the hands for you? Take a big breath into the chest, front and back sides. Okay, and then flatten the palms back out, turn them to face up towards the sky. Inhale, reach, 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 look up, touch the palms, press the palms together, and pull down through the center line of you. Let's do a few more like that. Inhale, reach, widen up, press, exhale, pull down through center. Use a bit of energy as you pull the palms down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press and pull down. One more like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull down through center, and we'll walk ourselves out into a forward fold, any amount. You could pause and stay up on the fingertips. Flatten the palms down. Some of you can come right down to your forearms, and wherever you are, relax the head forward. Give yourself a gentle sway over to the left and a sway over to the right with your body, with your head and neck. And we'll walk ourselves back up through center. Let's uncross the legs and we'll recross the legs again. That opposite shin bone will be in front now. Refind your sit bones and your tall and long spine. Roll the shoulders back. And then stretch the arms out beside you. Middle finger, ring finger again. Okay, and this time keep them where they are. Peel the fingers back behind you. Press out through the heels of your hands from here. Big breath into the chest. Front of the chest and back of the chest. And exhale. Okay, level out the fingers again. Turn the palms to face upwards. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press the palms together. Pull down. Let's do 2 or 3 more like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press and pull down. You might be able to hear the rain on my metal roof outside right now. We've got maybe even a bit of hail happening. Okay, one more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull and press, and we'll do a second set, walking yourself out into a forward fold. Again, any amount. Dropping the head down, soften at the elbows. Give yourself a gentle sway over to the left, a sway over to the right. And walk yourself back up through center. And then let's make our way onto all fours from here in a tabletop position. Find that longness along your spine again, even here. We'll do a few cat and cows. So drop the belly, start to look up with your eyes, take a breath. And then do the opposite. Tuck the chin, tuck your tail, press the floor away. Round the spine. You can close your eyes here as you do a few slow and steady movements of the spine, tilting forwards, uncurling and curling, moving backwards. Do one more. See if you can really smooth that out. And from center, now start to look over to the left foot and towards the right foot, moving the spine to the left and to the right, arching it laterally back and forth. One more time, looking to the left foot, looking to the right foot. Nice. And then come back through center. We'll drop down onto the forearms, make 2 fists. Circle the wrists around, go one direction, and circle them the other direction. And come on back up onto all fours from here, and you can tuck the toes under, lift the knees, hover the knees up off the mat a few inches. Do a mini cat and cow while you're here, keeping the leg bones parallel, the shin bones parallel to each other. Go forward and back 3 times, gathering up some of your strength. Still breathing in as you look up. Breathing out as you round. And the next time you round, slowly stretch up and back for downward facing dog. Really drop the head down. Spread the fingers out. Press into the thumb and index finger and all of the pads of your fingers. You can bend a knee here, bend the other knee. Open your jaw super wide. And then soften it. Okay, and then pause in your downward facing dog. Really press into the palms so that the sides of your torso get long, the spine gets long. You can bend the knees and be a bit springy in your ankles and in your knees here. Take one more deep full breath. All the way out. Okay, and then look forward and watch the hands walk back to meet up with your feet at the back of your mat. You can crawl the fingers over to the right side of your right foot. Drop your body down, drop your head down. Take a breath. And crawl back through center over to the left side of your left foot. Drop the body down, drop the head down. Take a breath. And crawl back through center. Walk the palms all the way back out for downward facing dog. We'll take an inhale in down dog. Start to come up onto the tippy toes as you exhale. Shift your body forwards to plank pose. And we'll slowly move through downward dog. Inhale and tippy toes to plank pose as you exhale. Just go nice and slow. Really trusting your mat here as you press into the palms, pressing into the feet, using your core and your breath to move you back and forth twice more, slowly and smoothly. Downward facing dog, and then plank pose. Downward facing dog. Let's pause in downward dog. You can bend the knees a bit more, look forward, and now start to walk the feet towards your hands. Use your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Inhale, find length and straighten your spine, your elbows, and your knees. Exhale, pull yourself down, let the elbows flare out for a forward fold. Really let the head fall forward. Let's do a few like that. Inhale, lift up halfway, straighten and lengthen. And exhale, deep forward fold. Come out of the heels. Make sure the weight of your body is in the 4 feet rather than the heels. Inhale up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. And one more like that. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Nice. Okay, release that bind, that grip through the fingers. Really flop the arms down, flop the head down, bend the knees even more. We'll come up to standing really slow. Press through the feet. Press through the feet as you uncurl the spine, segment by segment. We'll meet at the top of the mat, standing long and tall. Roll the shoulders back when you get there. Okay, so looking forward, close the eyes for a moment, drop the shoulders down now. Soften at the wrists and the elbow creases. Pick up all 10 of your toes, spread them out, plant them back down. And by feel, see if you can stack your head over your shoulders and shoulders over your hips and hips over your feet. Press into all of the edges of the bottoms of both of your feet. Soften your knees. Flutter the eyes back open now. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Touch the palms over your head. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, bring your hands to your shins. Lift yourself up halfway. Lengthen. And exhale, a deep forward fold again. Drop the head right down. Press through the feet, strong through the legs. Rise back up, reach up, look up, touch the palms, and pull them right down to the chest. Let's do a few more just like that, moving with your breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, big forward fold. You can bend the knees as much as you like. Okay, press through the feet, rise up, reach up, arms touch, palms touch overhead. Exhale, pull the palms to the chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Come up halfway, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Strong through the legs, rise up, reach up, touch the palms together. Exhale, palms to the heart. Okay, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Come on up halfway as you breathe in. This time, plant the hands, step the right foot back, and come down to the back knee, also down to the back shin. Hang out on the fingertips here. You could also rest the hands on the front knee if that's a bit more comfortable for your back, for your hips. Wherever you are, lengthen the spine, lower and sink the hips down towards the mat. Let that stretch through the right hip flexor. Take a breath, look forwards as the spine lifts and lengthens. Drop the shoulders down. Okay, flatten the right palm down to the mat, spin and twist the left arm up to the sky, look towards it, take a breath, and lower the hand back down. We'll lift through the back knee this time. Come onto the back right toes, lengthen that back knee, get it pretty straight. Keep the right palm planted. Again, twist the left arm up to the sky, take a big breath, broaden your chest. Exhale, left hand down, come back to downward facing dog. And bend a knee, bend the other knee here in down dog. Stretch out through the bottoms of your feet. Lengthen the sides of your body. Pause now in downward dog. Fix your gaze somewhere in between either your knees, your shins, your ankles. Drop the weight of your head down. Good, and bend the knees, look forward. Walk or hop to the top of your mat. Hands to your shins, come up halfway, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, breathe out. Press through the feet to rise all the way back up, reach up. And exhale, palms to the heart. Let's do that same thing, other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, come on up halfway as you breathe in. This time, plant the hands, step the left foot back, drop down to the knee, drop down to your shin. Looking forward, lengthen the spine. You're either on your fingertips or bring both hands to the front knee. Relax the shoulders down as best you can. Find length along your spine. Lift the heart and lungs, shine them forward. Let's take one more breath, sinking the hips down, even a millimeter or two if you can. All right, and flatten the left palm down, right arm, take it up to the sky, twist, broaden the chest, breathe in, and take it all the way back down. Tuck the back toes, lift that knee up off the mat, keep the left hand planted. Again, right arm up to the sky, twist, breathe in, and bring it all the way back down. Step back, downward facing dog. And we'll bend one knee, bend the other knee in downward facing dog. Shake your head out. Shake your hair out, widen the jaw, and then relax it. And we'll pause here in a still moment. Take a still feeling breath in downward facing dog. Fix your gaze again. Drop the weight of your head down. Good, and bend the knees, look forward, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Bring your hands to your shins, come up halfway. Forward fold, breathe out. And rise all the way up, reach up, look up. Bring the palms back down to the heart. Nice, let's keep going here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Come on up halfway, breathe in. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back again, drop down to the knee, drop down to the shin. Okay, long through the spine, look forward, sink the hips down low. Same thing here, plant the right palm, left hand twist, really open up through the collarbones. You can look up slightly, tip the head back, take a breath. Exhale, come all the way back down. Tuck the back toes, lift that back knee, flatten the right palm, take the left to the sky again. Breathe in. Breathe out, come all the way back down. Take both hands and start to walk them over to the right, pivoting the feet so that the toes are slightly in, the heels are slightly out. Both palms down right under your shoulders. Take an inhale as you lengthen and straighten the spine, the elbows, and both of your knees. Exhale, start to forward fold, drop the body down, drop the head down, and you can begin to walk the hands back in line with your feet. Shifting the weight forward again, staying out of the heels. Put the weight of your body in the forefeet. Shake your head out a bit. Okay, you can have a micro bend in the knees. See if you can go parallel through the forearms. Hang out here for one more breath. And then walk the hands back out under the shoulders. Start to crawl yourself back to the top of the mat, pivoting the feet again in that lunge and step back for downward facing dog. And we'll take about 10 to 15 seconds here in downward dog. Make a bit of movement initially. Breathe a few breaths and then pause and get really steady and really still. Okay, bend the knees even more. Look forward. Walk or hop to the top of the mat. Lift yourself up halfway. Breathe in. Forward fold, breath out. Press through the feet, rise up, reach up, look up. Bring the palms down to the chest. Okay, same thing, second side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Come on up halfway, breathe in. This time, step the left foot back. Come down to the knee, come down to your shin. Okay, taking a breath as you lengthen the spine, sink the hips down, look forward. And then flatten that left palm, take the right arm up to the sky, twist, breathe in. Bring it all the way back down, exhale, tuck the back toes, lift that knee, get pretty straight through that back knee. Lean into the left palm, again, twist and stretch the right arm up to the sky, look towards it, tip the head back, almost like a mini back bend. Exhale, come all the way back down, starting to walk the hands over to the left, pivoting the feet so that the toes are facing in slightly, the heels are facing out slightly. First, come up onto the palms or the tippy fingers, straighten the legs, elbows, and spine. Take an inhale. Exhale, flatten the palms. Drop the body down, drop the head down. Start to walk the hands back in line with your feet. Maybe even a little bit further, turning the fingers to face away from you, straightening through the arms. Start to shift the body weight forwards into the forefeet. And you can soften the knees, micro bend through the knees here. See if you can lift the toes, give them a little wiggle so you're not death gripping through the toes and the feet. Okay, take a steady, long, full breath. And then start to walk the hands back out under the shoulders. Crawl back to the top of the mat to the right. Pivot the feet in that lunge. Again, step back for downward facing dog. Pedal the feet out, bend a knee, bend the other knee, really shake the head out, shake the hair off. Big breath in through the nose, big breath out through the mouth. Again, breath in through the nose, breath out through the mouth. And then start to lower the knees. You can widen them a bit apart for child's pose, sinking down, stretch the arms forward. Drop the forehead down towards the mat. Rest it on something, even if it's your forearms. If you've got a block nearby, you can use that to help keep the neck and shoulders really soft and just soften through the jaw, soften your facial expression. Let a few easy and wider breaths move through you, through the nose as you inhale, through the mouth as you exhale. Okay, come on back up into downward facing dog. Take the right leg up and back behind you. Bend the knee, open up through your hip. Take an inhale. Exhale, look forward. Shift it all forward for pigeon pose on this side. Stretch the left leg long and back behind you. Take a look at it. Make sure it's pretty straight behind you. And then come onto the fingertips. See if you can square the hips forward. Square the shoulders forward. If you're really tipping to the left or tipping to the right, see if you can use your hand strength and your leg strength to even that out. You can even roll up a little towel or sweatshirt and just find a way to even out through the hips. Once you're even through the hips, inhale, lengthen through the spine. Keep the length along your spine, and then crawl yourself down to the forearms. Again, you can rest the head down on something, if it's your mat or if it's your fists, your forearms, to take some of the pressure and tension out of the neck and shoulders. While you're here, soften the muscles in between the shoulder blades. We'll take about 3 or 4 breaths here. See if you can let and give permission to the hips to sink down a little bit more towards your mat. Okay, slowly start to come back up. Plant the palms down, tuck the back toes, lift yourself carefully, slowly, tenderly into downward facing dog again, letting some of the blood and energy and lymph fluid move through the legs again. Do whatever movements feel appropriate to let that all move through you. And then we'll switch over to the opposite side. Take the left leg up and back, bend the knee, open up through the hip. Take a deep breath and look forward, shift it all forward. Stretch the right leg straight and back behind you. Take a look at it, make sure that it's just so. And then again, set yourself up so that the spine lengthens, the hips square forward, the shoulders square forward. You take a breath and then start to come down onto the forearms. You can drop your head down on a pillow onto your fists, maybe right down to the mat. Close the eyes and over a few breaths, incrementally let the hips start to sink down towards the mat. It's a pretty deep stretch through that left outer hip. Some of you, it's in the groin or the right hip flexor. And soften the shoulders as best you can, as well as both feet. Can you relax the arches of your feet here? Nice. Okay, slowly start to bring yourself back upright. Lean onto the left hip this time. Swing the right leg forward and out in front of you. We'll take the soles of the feet together and then give the knees a little butterfly motion up and down here. Up and down. Pull the feet a little bit closer towards your body. Hang on to the lower shin bones with your feet. We'll do a seated cat and cow. Here, pulling the heart and lungs through, bend at the elbows, look up, and then do the opposite. Straighten the elbows, round the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, send it back. Gentle movements through the spine, forward and back. Nice, and then flatten the feet, scoop up the knees, bring them together, give yourself a hug, drop the forehead down, give yourself a gentle little sway over to the left, over to the right. And we'll make our way down onto our backs from here. So flatten the feet down, bend the knees. Give your spine and your rib cage a moment to settle. Let the weight of the head fall back and settle. Take a deep breath into the belly, into the low back, in and out. And with your arms down by your side, press into the backs of your arms, press into your feet. Inhale, you can lift the hips up towards the sky, and exhale, lower them back down. Close the eyes. See how smooth and steady you can make this movement. Press into the feet, the backs of the arms as you lift the hips, maybe a touch higher. And then exhale, lower the hips back down. Just do several more like that. Okay, and then take the soles of the feet together, drop the knees open wide, stretch the arms up and back behind you, get really long in the sides of your body, take a big deep breath in, relax everything, breath out. Good, and then bring your hands, one on your belly, one at the solar plexus, close the eyes. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath yourself. Really let the eyes soften, the eyebrow ridges soften, smooth out the skin on your forehead. And wherever your hands have landed on your torso, can you really connect their hand to body with a bit of tenderness, kindness, sweetness. Some care between you and you. And release the hands, help the legs to come back towards each other. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Lift the forehead right up towards the knees. Squeeze yourself tiny and tight into a little ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lower the head back down. Drop the feet back down to the mat. And just really easily drop the knees over to the left. Drop the knees over to the right a few times. Let the head move as well. And we will slide ourselves right into our final posture here, our final resting pose, Shavasana. So if you've got a layer to put on or a blanket to cover you with, perhaps something like a blanket or a pillow under your knees, that can feel really nice to take the pressure off of your low back. Widen your legs about as wide as your yoga mat. Okay, arms down by your side. palms facing up towards the sky. Close the eyes. Take a few extra deep breaths just to help you settle yourself into a quiet space, to a very still place in your body, in your heart, and in your mind. And start to wiggle the fingers and toes gently. Wiggle the jaw left and right. Stretch your arms up over your head. Get extra long in the whole right side of your body and the whole left side of your body. Okay, pull the knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little rock side to side. Rock yourself onto one side. Help yourself come back up into a seated position where you can find that long length along your spine again. Roll the shoulders back when you get there. Good, and we'll take the arms out and all the way up. Touch the palms overhead. Take a breath. And pull the palms right down to your lips. Give your thumbs a sweet little kiss. And then pull the palms right down to the center of your chest. Bow in towards yourself here and towards the center of you. Take a moment here of self-appreciation. Thank you very much for joining me today for this practice. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment below if you have anything to add or if you'd like to see anything for a future class. I'll see you next time.